So I'm back on my permission here in Norfolk for the next instalment of our Secret Life of Deer series. And what better way to observe the secret life of deer than to monitor them when I'm actually not on the ground, which is quite often. One of the best ways to do that is to use a trail camera. And today we're going to put the latest ZEISS trail camera through its paces. ZEISS are new to this sector. Last year they acquired a specialist company called Ventrade, who great skill with kind of digital connectivity, and then ZEISS have added in some of their magic around imaging and camera know-how, and obviously their understanding of the field sports sector, and I hope it's going to be a match made in heaven. So here it is, the ZEISS SECACAM 7. Let's go and see how it performs. So the guys at ZEISS said that this is supposed to be pretty much idiot proof, which I guess is why they sent it to me, and it's supposed to have everything in the box ready to go, get started straight away. So let's open it up and have a little look. Always like a ZEISS unboxing. They've got it down to an absolute T. Okay, so inside we've got the main camera body. We've got the antenna, and we've got the strap for affixing it to the tree. So this comes already loaded with a SIM card, a 32 gig SD card, so plenty of memory for picking up the images, and it also comes loaded with batteries ready to go. I've been told that for the average user kind of doing 150 to 300 images a month, those batteries will last for about 3 or 4 months before they need replacing, and you can then choose to replace them with rechargeables or whatever. Yeah, let's see if we can get it set up. So there's two models in the SECACAM range, the SECACAM 5, which is £199, and the SECACAM 7, which is this one, which is slightly larger. This is £249. So this obviously comes with a simple strap to affix it to the tree. It just threads through the back of the device and then adjusts to length. You can, if you're in an area where there's likely to be interference or vandalism, get a metal housing for better security, with padlocks and with metal cable straps, just for that added security if you think that your camera might be interfered with or someone might want to vandalise it or steal it. Later in the year they're going to deliver a solar panel that affixes to this, which will obviously allow you to extend the life and performance of the batteries before they need changing. This is nice and simple to adjust on the old strap. Once you've got it threaded through, you literally can just pull it and it'll grip, and you can then tighten it up to the exact requirement you want and adjust it from there. Very straightforward. So you can use this device as a standard trail camera, recording images to the SD card, and then you come and retrieve the card and you can download it to your computer, whatever, and you can view what's going on. But for me, because I'm not here on this permission very often, that's obviously not ideal. I would much rather have an understanding of what's going on in real time. Another key element of the SECACAM is that it comes with a SIM card included. If you then download the ZEISS SECACAM app, you can get videos and images sent immediately to your phone, which is super convenient if you are not close at hand. It's got some very, very clever AI functionality built into it, and with the AI switched on, animals are boxed out and the animal type is notified. So that means you can even select whether you want it to just send you images of deer, for example, and highlight those. It's got extensive network coverage. The roaming SIM picks up the best available network. It's not just tied to one. And we've had, even in rural areas of Norfolk here, we've had absolutely no problems with getting good connectivity. So with the cellular facility, you can either have a subscription service or pay as you go. You can buy a set amount of photos, or you can subscribe on various different levels depending on how heavy a user you are. And if you've got, say, a syndicate and you've got multiple cameras, there's actually a discount with 30% off from the fourth camera you sign up to the scheme. You can also choose to share the images with family, friends, or, as I said, if you're in a stalking syndicate, with other syndicate members, so they can all access the videos and the images that you're recording. Another really neat bit on the app is that you're able to select the functionality, the menu options, choose the various different bits, and it will automatically send that functionality update to the SECACAM. You don't have to be there on the ground to physically change the settings, which is very, very convenient. So here we are at one of the first locations we wanted to target with the trail camera. It's a great area for muntjac. There's lots of rhododendrons around, but anybody who's ever stalked muntjac know how quickly they can disappear and how hard they can be to pick up. So we're looking to set up a shooting position from this hide and put some food down to try and provide a focal point for the deer where we can set up the camera. And clearly we must be doing something right and have it in the right kind of zone, because as we were walking down the ride we've actually seen some muntjac on the food. So let's head down there now and get the camera set up. Okay, so that's set up now. One of the great advantages of this particular model is that the screen sits directly under the camera. So when I'm about to set it up, I can see what the camera's seeing. I can then tweak it, in this case just putting a stick behind it to pull the angle down and make sure that it's seeing exactly what I want it to. Okay, so that's interesting. I think I've just spotted a golden pheasant, which is a fairly unusual sight in the Norfolk woods. I know there have been some historical releases in previous years, so interesting to see whether the sugar beet lures that little fella out and see if he turns up on the camera. So a few things to consider when you're actually sighting your trail camera. Whereabouts are you going to put it? You're going to want to look for high traffic areas, so where there are well-used deer paths, or you're going to want to sight it over a source of food, either natural or you feed a site to concentrate the deer into that area. You want to obviously give consideration to what species of deer are going to be present, because if it's a muntjac, it's going to be pretty low. If it's a red, it's going to want to be a lot higher. So bear that in mind too. You don't want to have your camera facing towards the rising sun or the setting sun, because you're going to suffer with kind of flare in the lens at a time of day when the deer are going to be active. And you also need to consider that you're not going to be sighting it with something that's going to be moving around in the background, like low-hanging branches on small trees or long grass like this that's going to wave around and give you lots of false readings and images that are not going to be of great interest to you. So we found a really well-used area in the woods here. The reds love it round here. As you can see, there's a proper motorway of a track, and I think we're going to set the camera up here. We've got a beech tree pretty much dead opposite here, which has got enough height for us to set it up suitably for the reds, and it should be giving a nice view down this path. So yeah, let's go and get it set up. So the camera comes in a really good camouflage pattern. It blends in well with the woodland, and it makes it less visible obviously to the wildlife, but also to any humans that might be passing by. Okay, so I think we're kind of roughly in the right area. Let's have a look and see what the screen can see. Okay, so I can see the track right in the middle of the screen, looking back into the woods, and we're roughly the right kind of height for the red deer. So then we just make sure we stick that to on. Should get the red light flashing, and then we are good to go. Just going to tidy up the strap. As you'd expect from any ZEISS product, they always target best in class for image quality. It's only a 5 megapixel sensor on the camera, but with some clever technology, they're able to interpolate those up to 12 megapixels. You've got various settings in the menu, so you can choose higher or lower depending on whether you're recording lots of images and how quickly you want to fill up your SD card. But there are some really neat touches in there to enhance the kind of the colour of the daytime footage. It actually gives you the opportunity to run a slightly faster shutter speed at night, so for moving objects it gives a crisper image, and it's even got a facility to colorise nighttime images accurately to make them look more as if they're shot in the daytime, which is pretty cool. So finally finished setting up the cameras. I've had a great first experience of using the ZEISS SECACAM 7. It's lived up to its billing. Everything you need in the box, plug and play, ready to go. A doddle to set up, and really excited to see what results we get. So yeah, all done for the day, and wait and see what happens.